Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Meditation Reflections. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's a very quiet morning. The birds are awake and making noise. We're a little earlier than usual. We hope to keep on track with this earliness.
Yes, it's good for us.
Yeah. We have a tail here that's
Connected to a large black cat named Shadow. We've had the periodic visits from Shadow. He's on Glenn's lap today.
anyway, very good meditation. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Mary. I'm waving, I guess. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Anyway, the interesting morning meditation. It's good to start the day with the meditation, grounding yourself, kind of relaxing your thoughts. And centering yourself, particularly in all this turmoil.
Yeah. I've been given not instructions, but I guess suggestions to, well, for one thing, we need to get up earlier, which we have been the past few days. But we're still very involved with this construction project,
Yes.
which is a big distraction. But anyway, so my first thing this morning, after getting dressed, and I went outside barefoot, even though it was cold, and get very good grounding. I fed the birds, and we feed wild birds, and sometimes we have hundreds of them. But anyway, as Spirit never tells you what to do. It can offer suggestions, and it will always answer questions, but it never tells you what to do. But we're given insights, and we just kind of, even though we're distracted at a level where we get information, sometimes healings, and it's very beneficial, and that's why I think meditation is so necessary. Anyway.
It's interesting what will come in meditation, because we usually, we're meditating as individuals, and we're definitely then talking over what's good shared and what, because
we have
sometimes it makes sense more when we've had a conversation about it.
Yeah, after our meditations we talk about it and kind of analyze, analyze what we've been giving and how they correlate, because most times they do. Like one of your things was about boxes, so you can explain that.
Yes. Well, I was getting layers of, sometimes you think you're getting a distraction. Why would that idea come up at this particular point in time? And then I'll lead on to something more concrete. And it was boxes of thinking, how you can have an area where your mind returns to, your mind returns to again and again, and you've found a comfortable box of thinking, or a box of kind of limitations about ideas. It's then part of a kind of groupthink. We just had the New Zealand election, which was quite marvelous. Jacinda got a landslide, and everybody's feeling very good about it because it was a landslide, and it's an unusual level of consensus. And then it was very interesting. She was listing the 5 things she intends to get done during her next term of office, which usually is about 3 years before a major election. And that's going to be interesting to watch, too.
Yeah.
So we were all very temporarily involved with a box of politics.
Yeah.
But I was very intrigued. New Zealand has a law where the signs for the political parties must come down that day. And we were on our way into town, and all the signs that we've been seeing for, say, the last weeks,
or months,
were gone that morning.
Yeah.
Like after the parties of the election, they all went out and took their signs down.
Yeah, because there's heavy penalties if they leave them up after the election.
They should do that for some of the businesses that close, which often don't take down their signs, which is interesting.
Well, for years sometimes.
True. One of the things.
But they give instructions you go down here to where Bob's Bar and Grill was.
Was.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
It's been gone for 5 years.
I've heard descriptions based on Peace, which has now been gone 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
with your
12.
Glen shop, Rock and Crystal shop. But anyway, so it's a box of thinking, because we're all discussing the issues and some of the referendums and things like that, and the box of thinking of, oh well, it's all decided, and it now goes away and all the signs are down, and outside of some discussions of nice parties and what they're going to do next. And by the way, because we have a multi-party political system here, the how would you say, the alliances between the parties, it's not even necessary for the Labour Party to have an alliance this time. They've got a 61 member of parliament majority. So it's going to be kind of interesting. But anyway, that's a box. And now the new box will be, if we were in the United States, it would be, we'd be getting ready for Halloween, or we'd be getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Well,
except
this, the election.
But right now, it's the election in the United States. All the news is coming in about that, and that's equally interesting to watch. It's kind of a little bit of a relief that the New Zealand one is done and dusted in a way. So boxes of thinking, but boxes of thinking can be, okay, what are you concerned about? What are your priorities? I like the fact that Jacinda listed the 5 things she's going to get accomplished. Giving yourself goals is a good idea. This project has been a kind of intense goal for a full year now.
Yeah.
That's a box we're working, it literally is a box. It's a building.
Yeah.
So
Rectangle.
So giving yourself goals is a good idea, but it's also a box you put your energy into for a certain time period.
Oh, we also talked about the fact that like we're moving into another density, and if you don't believe that density exists, it's you won't move there.
Yes,
So,
and that's a little tricky. But you've always got revelations, because after the coming of the turmoil, we have 1,000 years of peace and the reign of God on earth.
Yeah.
So a lot of people can actually believe in a density change, maybe not using the same words for it, which is equally interesting. Density change meaning basically people are very good, and you have only certain situations, certain boxes of control that want the earth to move in a different direction.
Yep.
And that's another question. I think the people of the planet are getting a little tired of that, and we're going to throw them out. Which is interesting. We're talking about a planetary change, not a political change.
Yeah, so it's happening across the planet. I think the U.S. is kind of a key point in that this time.
It's going to be interesting.
So.
But I think, well, look at the number of democracies on the planet, and the idea of democracy as large as the United States in 1776. But it spread across the planet. Most countries now claim to be democracies and have some of the democratic structures, but I think those structures are being pushed forward at this point, particularly since we're all facing the problem of an international disease. And that was an amazing bit of cooperation.
Global disease.
Global disease. Yeah. And so we've got cooperation on that. But that's an interesting... So beware of your boxes. Maybe take a look at them. See if you do like them.
Step outside the box now and then.
Just to add others.
Yeah.
Anyway.
To look at the greater picture.
Yeah. And we wish everybody a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I'm now getting to the point where here we can start looking towards Christmas, which is always fun because they don't have Thanksgiving here.
Yeah, we can go to the beach on Christmas.
Yeah, that's the part of the bit.
So anyway, have a great day. Thanks for being here.
Blessings upon you.
Blessings.